Then we'll move on to our next experiment, which is the home automation. So in the home automation, what we do is we visualize that we have some appliances available with us in the home, and what we want to do is we want to control those appliances using the application. Okay. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to have different buttons here, which will be on and off button for, let's say, for every appliances will instead of appliances we'll put here LEDs, and this particular LED will be used to just simulate that is an appliance, and we can control those appliances through remotely, right? So with the help of any mobile phone, you can actually control your appliances which is there in your home. Let's assume that. Okay. So what we do for that is first we'll go to the program, and after the program we'll go to the other entities. So this is one program for the home automation. Now in this particular program, rest of the thing is the same to connecting with the Firebase. Now for that, here we have to create a new Firebase, okay? Or you can use the same Firebase for this purpose also. Otherwise you can create a new real-time Firebase here. So instead of using that, I'll just add a new project. In that I'll write home automation. So I'm creating a new project in the Firebase. Why I'm doing so? Because I want that link to be put in my program. I'll make it continue, and I'll create it. So in this, after that I'll create the real-time database, and I'll use the URL here. Okay, that I want. So once your database is ready, you go to the real-time database, click on to the real-time database here, and then create real-time database. Let it be in your test state. Let's go for the test mode. Okay, now your real-time database is ready here. Use this particular URL, copy it, and put it here in your program. Now remove the / from here and here. So these I want as a connection. Now after that, if you can see in the program, I have given SSID and the password the same of my mobile phone. So whenever I'll connect the device, it will be connected with my mobile phone. Now after that, we'll go to the LED portion. So here I have taken LED. This LED actually you can visualize it, and the same program you can use it for the actual appliances. Now one LED I am considering one appliances, and I'll connect it to D0. Second, I'll connect it to D2. Third, I'll connect it to D2, and fourth I'll connect with D3. So from D0 to D3 pins, I'll use it for LED1, LED2, 3, 4. Okay. And here I have taken the values for according to that. value and I have initialized it with 1. Now in the setup phase, I have created all the pin D0, D1, D2 as the output pin. As you can see, these are all output pin. Which one? D0, D1, D2, D3, because D0 value is there in the constant variable LED1. Now after that, I'll begin the Wi-Fi and I'll connect it to the uh, system, and the Wi-Fi will be connected. Now after that, okay, there is a Firebase beginning, and we'll begin the Firebase with the string value S1, S2, S3, S4. So S1, S2, S3, S4 are the tags that we'll use for the temperature and the humidity just now. So that tag I am using S1, S2, S3, S4. And I am putting the values there because whatever value it will go to the Firebase, it will go in the form of a string, right? So that's why I have put the values here 0 in the initial state. So I am using 0 and 1 to denote my LED is on or off. So if the value is 0, it means that the LED should be off. If the value will be 1, my LED should be on. After that, there is again the connection. If there is a disconnected, so it will connect it. Yeah, so from here we are taking the value of S1. Whatever is the value of S1, we are getting that particular string and changing into integer. And we are comparing with the value. If the value is equal to 1, so we'll make LED high and we'll print into the serial monitor that LED1 is on. If that value, whatever we have fetched, S1 value is 0, so we'll take it as a low and we'll print it as off. Why we are doing that is because we are taking the value of S1, S2, S3, S4 from the cloud. And through the application, through the mobile application, whenever we click the button for S1, whether it is an on button and off button, one value will go to the cloud. So what we are doing in the previous one, the path is one way, and right now the path is in the reverse way. So in the previous example, the path is from here we are sending the temperature and the humidity data to the cloud, and from the cloud we can see in our application. But now from the application we'll give the value to the cloud, and from the cloud we'll get the value into the appliances. Getting it? So what we are doing is we are making on my appliances whenever there is a value 1. We are making off the appliances whenever their value 0. The same thing we'll do with S1. We'll see, S2 means S2 is signifies another LED or another appliances. Then S3, the same logic. And then for S4, the same logic. And all this particular logic will take up and will see the value one by one, and will write the so let's start it. So as we have already done the connection with the Firebase, we doesn't have to do anything here. Now we'll do the connection, right? So connection we have to do with 4 LEDs. So you can take any number of LED. As I told you, here we have 14, 15 sensors you can add, 14, 15 LEDs you can add, or 14, 15 appliances you can actually control. So let's do the connection. We'll start from D0 and we'll go up to D3. Okay. So let's remove this one. I don't want this sensor here. jumpers. I'll take it one by one. Okay. Now let's take LEDs. So I'm taking the LEDs. Okay. This LED I am putting. So this is the first LED. So you can see the bigger one is for the positive. So I'm putting in the same direction here. This is my first. Okay, I'm putting here. This is my first LED. This is my second LED. This is my third LED. This is my fourth. Correct? So I have 4 LEDs with me. Now I'll make the connections. So I'll make the connection with D0, D1, D2 and D3. So first I'll do the connection with D0, then with D1, and D2, last is D3. Done. So connection is done with the positive, right? With the anode. Now we have to do it for cathode also. So we want 0, right? Sorry, ground. So I'll take one ground from here and I'll put it here. And I'll connect the rest with this. So the first one I'll take from here. What is the problem? Okay. Okay, so I think the connection is done, right? Okay. Do I have a space to connect this? So I'll put all this thing into somewhere else. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So I made the connection and let's see. Code, yeah, it is visible right now. Let's upload this program. Okay, so while it is compiling, let's go to the, okay, so it is compiling, uploading. Okay, yeah, it will take. As you can see, it will not going to work right now, right? Because we have to give the signal from the cloud or from our application. So it will go to the cloud, and then these LED will blink, right? So first of all, I think all these devices will be in a, yeah, so now it is connected. You can see that the IP address is given to this particular device, and whatever values that are coming, I think, yeah, here some values are going. So previously we have given some 00, right? So it is coming that. Okay, so now we have to create the application. So now what I have done is I have disconnected the device. Right now I I need to create a new project. So I'll create a new project here. Start a new project. Let's say it will be a home automation. Now, in this project, in this particular application, what I want is I want some buttons. So, how many buttons we required actually? So, you see, we are controlling 4 appliances. Definitely, I need 4 into 2 means 8 buttons, one for on and one for off for one LED, right? So, for that, this is my screen, right? So in the screen, I'll just change some colors. So the same color, I'll use it. Instead of aligning, I'll put it center to both, or vertical, I'll make it top. Okay, and the background color, I'll make it blue as, and I'll put it the label here. It is for the home automation. So I'll put and drag and drop one label. The name of the label, I'll make it like home automation, right? You can make it bigger with the size. You can make it bigger, make it bold, and I'll make it white. Right, so this is it look like. Now what I want to do is I want to put the buttons here. So before that I'll put one label without any text so that I make some separation. So I'll make it a separation of, let's say, 15%. There is a separation. Now I'll put the layout. I'll put again the table arrangement layout. In this, how much I want row and how much I want column. So I want two rows and four columns. Sorry, two columns and four rows. Okay. Now I'll put the buttons. So I'll put the button in that way. So button 1 and button 2. So one button is for the on and one button is for the off. Let's say the button 1 we are making it for on. Okay. So I'll make it text. Text will be LED 1 on is my name of that particular button, right? And the color is, let's say I'm making it as a green color. Font, let's say it will be 20 and let's say it is bold. Yes. And let's say I'll make it which color? No, it is not visible. I think in black is good. Let it be. Now next is button number 2. Button number 2. So what is button number 1? Button number 1 is LED 1 on, right? So same I'll put into renaming the button so that while writing the code, I don't have any conflict because I have 8 buttons. So I don't want any conflict. So the new name of this particular button will be LED 1 on. The second button, I want the LED 1 off. So I'll make it LED 1 off. The same name I'll put here with this particular button. And then the same 20, we'll make it bold. Okay, what color? Color, let's say red because I'm making it off. And what else I have done? I think it is okay. Right, now this is one button, one LED on and off button. Let's go for other buttons. So I'll drag and drop some more buttons here. I'll do the same thing for all. So this is the LED 2 on button. The same name I'll make it to that button. So I'll just rename it. Font is 20. Color will be green. I think that's all. Okay, we have to make it bold. Now come to button 2. It is LED 2 off button. Font will be 20. It will be bold. And the color will be the red color. Yes. Now come to take some more buttons. So this is for, okay, this button name I haven't changed. So let's change it. Now the next button that has came here is LED 3 on. Default background color is green, is bold. The size is 20, right? And the name we have to do rename. Done. Now this one, it is for LED 3 off. Let's rename it. Here you can design by your requirement. Okay. Here I am just designing what I understood. maybe the design is not that much of good, you can design by yourself. I'm putting the fourth button for fourth LED. This will be LED 4 on. It will be 20 bold green, and the name I'll just change it. Okay. Now the next one is this 20. It is bold. It is red, and the name is LED 4 off. The same name I'll give by renaming it so that there will be no confusion when I'll do programming. Okay, so the thing is done almost. Now I'll do the same thing. I'll go to the experiment, the Firebase database. I'll drag and drop into this system, right? And what URL I have to pick up? The same URL which I'm using here. So this URL I'm picking up and putting into the URL portion, as you can see here. First one I'll make it empty, and the last one also I'll make it empty. Now let's go to the blocks and try to write the coding for that. Okay, so let's go to the blocks. Now here, what is my logic? The logic is whenever we click the button, right? If we'll click on button, then the Firebase data value of tag S1 should be 1. Getting it? Why it should be 1? So you can see here, the tag that is there is S1, S2, S3 and S4. So I want that if I'll put the first LED 1 on, so this S1 should be 1. And when I'll put LED 1 off, this S1 should be off, right? So the tag S1 should be 1 or 0, depend upon my button. So if I'm using LED 1 on button, and I'll use this as here, what are the options? When I'll click it, right? So maybe, yeah. When LED 1 on click, right? Then what I have to do? Then go to the database. So I'm going to the database. Call Firebase Database 1 dot store value. So I want that in the database I should store some value, right? I should store some value. And what is a tag? So here tag will be S1, right? So here the tag will be S1. I'll take a text. And this should be capital S1, which I have written in the program. Value to store. What value I want to store? So the value will be 1. So whenever I'll click on button, the value will be 1. Okay, that is okay. Now when I click the off button, then what will happen? So this is the logic for the on button. That is fine. That is good. Now let's do the logic for the off button. This is the off button. So when I'll click the off button, then we'll call the Firebase database and I'll store the value. What value I'll store there? So what tag? Tag is the same, right? This one. So we'll just make it copy. This S1 should be what? 0, right? It should be 0. So that is my logic. So I'll put it side by side like this. Okay, now it is visible, I think, right? So this is the logic for the on button and this is the logic for the off button. Now what I'll do is I'll just make a copy paste this logic and I'll do it for LED 2 on. LED 2 on button, when I'll click, the tag S2 will be changed to 1, right? And when I'll click LED to off button, then what will happen? LED to off button, then this tag S2 will be 0. So I think I have done for LED2. The same you can do for LED3 also, and make it this S2 to S3. And the same thing you can do for LED3 off button. Select the LED3 off button and make it this S2 to S3. Done. Now the last button is left, so make a copy and paste. This is for fourth on button. I'll make it S4, and this is for off button of 4, and make it this S4. So I think you understood the logic, and this is how it will be done. Okay. Now we have done the connections. We have done the program, and we have also done the application. Let's go to the designer again. Everything is looking good. Let's go for the compilation. So I request all of you to be ready with the scanner so that you will scan it, and we'll see how it works. Okay. So I am assuming that yesterday we have done some 3-4 application development, right? So you might have practiced that one, or you might have find is interested and you have done some more application development. It is very good for if you don't want to do actual hard coding in the Android app development. So it will be very good to create the app with these inbuilt options that we have, and you can explore many more actually. So this I want all of you to upload in your mobile phone, because it will work really, and you will find it very interesting. So once this QR code will come, uh, I'll say all of you to install it. So as you can see here, I'm making it off one by one. So, okay, somebody has already done it. So I'm making all off. Now I'm making all on. Okay, okay. So you can see here, I have this application side by side, and I'll just put it like this. Now I'll make it off. So it is off, right?